How was that for a final in a World Cup? We have witnessed one hell of a game in the home of cricket. In the end, England have managed to hold their nerves to win their first ever Cricket World Cup in the history of the game. And we have just seen New Zealand, as usual, is going away home without anything just after winning millions of hearts. So that's what cricket is all about. And England and New Zealand have played definitely the game of the decade. So today in this edition of Late Cut, we are going to talk about the key moments where New Zealand has failed to capitalize. Particularly in the last few stages of the game, we have seen that New Zealand got their opportunities but didn't able to capitalize. So these are the instances that this edition of Late Cut we are going to talk about. Those little moments definitely hurt New Zealand a lot when they are rewind back their performances. We have seen when the game is slipping away from the New Zealanders, every time they are trying to create some chances. When the equation was 22 of 9 deliveries, Ben Stokes has heaved a ball of James Neesham into the wide long on, where Trent Boult has taken a clean catch, but unfortunately he was slipped back into the boundary line, and that has cost them few runs. At least if Trent Boult has managed to get the ball back into the field, they would have saved 2 or 3 runs, and that definitely a major setback for New Zealand, and suddenly the equation has slipped down to 16 of 8 deliveries. Another point that we are going to tell you. Did you watch that Henry Nicholas blunder? In the super over, when Ben Stokes has smashed a ball directly into Henry Nicholas, he has lost the ball in the sundry and he has started to walk into another direction. But when he has realized that when he is throwing the ball back into the bowler, the batsmen have sneaked another single, which means it should have been a single, but unfortunately that blunder has cost them another single. So that also brought back Ben Stokes into the crease as well. When the equation down to 9 of 3 deliveries, Ben Stokes has smashed a Trent Boult delivery into the deep mid-wicket region, where Martin Guptill has collected the ball and threw it to the wicket. But what has happened was unimaginable. That ball just deflected the bat of Ben Stokes and went to the third man boundary, and that has resulted 6 runs to England. And eventually, with the help of that 6 runs, they have managed to claim the trophy after the game has went to the super over. So after the game, there are plenty of arguments regarding the number of runs that should have been granted for England in that case, 6 runs or 5 runs. There are plenty of arguments because we have seen that so many people are discussing about that. Not in that particular time, when the game is over, the people are starting to talk about that and they are going back to the rules book and they are trying to get a clarification on that. As per the law, if the boundary results from an overthrow or from the willful act of a fielder, the runs scored shall be any runs for penalties awarded to either side, and the allowance for the boundary and the runs completed by the batsman together with the run in progress if they had already crossed at the instant of the throw or act.
The confusion over there was whether the batsmen have crossed each other when the ball is thrown by Martin Guptill. So that's a question mark that the people are asking again and again. So however, in the end, what has happened to New Zealand is that just they have missed a great opportunity to win a World Cup. We have seen that even in the 2015 World Cup, they came to the finals but has not managed to win the game against Australia. One of the most consistent teams in the history of the World Cup, New Zealand is going back home without a World Cup yet again. But however, as usual, due to their spirit they have shown in the field, they have won millions of hearts. So folks, we have witnessed one hell of a tournament of a World Cup in the last 6 to 7 weeks, and definitely this World Cup will be known as one of the greatest ever Cricket World Cup in history. So another 4 years to go for the next Cricket World Cup, and the teams definitely will have plans from the beginning of the next cricket cycle. Though the World Cup has ended, we will not be leaving, and we will be back with the Bangladesh tour of Sri Lanka in the coming days. And until then, it's goodbye here from Late Cut, and don't forget to subscribe our channel. Goodbye.